Yeah, me and Steve Kimmock and some of those got Martin Fierro from Jerry Garcia's band. We used to have some yearly biannual jams over there. It was really cool.
Nice, nice. How long have you been playing?
About 50 years.
Have you been in Tulsa this whole time?
No, I lived in New York City for a little bit, and I lived in Los Angeles for a little bit. And I lived in Austin for a wee little bit. I always end up coming back to Tulsa, you know, because even if you're still running around touring with a band, it's really more. It's so cheap to live here, and everything's pretty much the equal distance from you. If you get a good opportunity in Florida, it's not so bad.
Yeah.
Or if you get one in LA, it's not so bad because you're in Tulsa. It's right in the middle of everything.
So are you from Oklahoma?
I'm from here. I was born at Hillcrest.
Very nice. Now, were you running with the guys at Central High School? And
No.
Were you looking up to them?
No, I'm like the red-haired stepchild of that whole bunch. I'm not quite old enough to be in their bunch, but that was the guys I always admired.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. Just there was a crew that was like just old enough, you know, where I wasn't there to be able to hang with them, and you know, a lot of those guys have kind of spread out now, but because I play the drums. So.
Yeah. Oh, excellent.
But so yeah, I always felt like, oh, if I were just born like 5 years earlier, that'd be my crew.
Oh no, I wanted that. Yeah, that's what I've always thought. You know, the first time I ever got to jam with some guys was at the Colony, and my guitar teacher Mike Bruce had a band called the Jazz Babies, and they were our heroes. When we were in high school, we had fake IDs, and we were going to see Mike Bruce and Taco Ryan and Jamie Oldecker and Carl Radel, and I remember looking at. Nudging Jimmy Strader and saying, "Man, that looks like the bass player from Derek and the Dominoes." And he goes, "It is, man. The guy lives in guy lives in Claremore." Man, man, you can be from Tulsa and make it in the rock and roll world. I just thought that was so cool.
Yeah. So how many times have you opened for King?
Probably 7 or 8 times over the years. The ones that really stand out. Long Beach Blues Festival back in '90, and the one at the Brady Theater in 1987 was really cool.
Yeah, well, I found some old concert posters from the show.
That was, oh, I'd love to have one. Who's got some of
I saw some on eBay.
Really?
Yeah,
oh, I'd love to have one of those. I have to go in there and search on this. Yeah, and then the last time, you know, last year about this time, it's been about a year ago. That we went out to Grand Junction, Colorado, because Larry Schaefer said, "Man, I got this one-nighter." He goes, "I don't really think you'll really want to do it. It's a long ways. It pays okay, but it's opening for B.B. King." And I go, "I'm there." I go, "I don't care." We didn't book nothing. We just made a vacation of it, you know, and to go share the stage with B.B. You know, that last time, because I couldn't believe he was out there doing it, and I was just really hoping that he would get home, and it made me happy to hear that he was home.
Man, for a guy to be killing it in his late 80s like that.
Yeah, I mean, it was really, he was so great. People just made a pilgrimage pretty much just to see him here in the past few years because, I mean, he's 89 years old, he's worn out. You know, he'd play a little bit of a tune, and then he'd start joking with the crowd, you know. It's just like grandpa's in the living room playing the electric guitar, but you know, what he is the grandfather of is so immense to my world because he invented, he's like, what's the Cherokee guy that invented the alphabet? The Cherokee, Sequoia. He's like a Sequoia to blues guitar. I mean, he invented a large part of the language of call and response electric guitar licks and the sound of his guitar. He was the first guy to really make that hollow body Gibson, those huge humbuckers, that really big roaring sound. That's why he only ever played a couple of notes, because man, when he was there and when he was on, that was a huge sound. B.B. King with 2 twin reverbs. Being B.B. King, I mean, that's a huge thing. That's 200 watts. I mean, you go out and see guys around here playing clubs, you know, we usually get in trouble for using like 50 watts. BB's up there 200 watts being B.B. King, it was a pretty almighty thing to be around, you know. And I was just so glad to hear that he made it back home, you know. That's a great thing. Because there's only going to be one king of the blues, man, and that was B.B. King. There's only one.
How do you think that, you know, in terms of people that don't even like blues music, you know, that I've seen this a lot on Facebook. You know, they don't necessarily hate it, but they don't really listen to much. But everybody knows who B.B. King is. I mean, even if you don't really like that style of music, you like B.B. King.
Well, here's the thing. Not only did he invent a large part of the language of the electric guitar solo, the way it's played on the electric guitar, but when you hear somebody, when the band starts off with a shuffle and then comes down, the guy goes, "Good evening, everybody. How y'all doing tonight?" All around the world, that's B.B. King doing that. That's where that all came. When you see a guy hit a guitar note and then shake his fist like that and lean into the microphone, that's B.B. King. And selling the blues to no matter who you are. If you weren't a blues fan, you would definitely be engaged by B.B. King, you know.
Now, when were you first exposed to B.B.'s music?
Well, when I first started playing electric guitar, I was interested in playing electric guitar. It was in 1963, before we got the British invasion thing really in our face. But my dad had Buck Owens records, and my mom had B.B. King records. She had that 3 o'clock in the morning on the RPM label, 3 o'clock blues. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. That painted such a picture to me when I was a kid, you know. What's this guy doing up at 3 o'clock in the morning? And why is he so sad? Why don't he just go night-night? You know, but still, even as a kid, it was real engaging. Well, it's the end of an era, and it's a time for celebration because the life of B.B. King, I mean, he really did pick cotton. He really did pick himself up by his own bootstraps, and he really did go and show up for every little radio show or every little gig, and everybody was always nice haircut and matching suits, and it was showtime, you know. And it'll never be that way again. It's like, King is dead, long live the king. What do you say, man?
Yeah. Do you think that the entire, I mean, really the music community, it just seems like, a very palpable loss, you know, like stars come and go, you know, but for whatever reason, like this one has really hit home for kind of any casual music fan of any stripe.
Well, but then again, I gotta say, I mean, just as being a fan and onlooker, I mean, it's nice to see him get back home, you know. Because, you know, we went to Colorado. I mean, I got to tell you, it crossed my mind when I was going upstairs at midnight. We got there a day early, and we were going upstairs, and I was looking out there at the bus, and I knew that a lot of times that more than likely that B.B. was asleep in the back of that bus because it was getting hard for him. The band would be in the hotel, and B.B. would be, that was what the rumor that I heard, and he'd be on the bus just because it was kind of a pain to get in the hotels just for a one-nighter. Yeah. And I was thinking, man, I hope that old dude gets back home.
You told a story on Facebook of, you know, he kind of struggled to get out of his wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
When he sits down.
Yeah, well, he was kind of wincing getting out of the wheelchair, but then that spotlight started creeping up, and I saw that B.B. King grin. He starts grinning, and then he's up, and that guy's helping him to his chair. But he saw that light coming. You know, it went from a frown to a grin, because it was showtime. You know.